Good Friday morning, and thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Allivo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg. Under cloudy skies and windy conditions, I've got 26 degrees on the barn thermometer, a far cry from where it was just 24 hours ago. From record high temperatures to sub-zero wind chills, and that short amount of time puts a lot of stress on livestock, and it looks like the next several days could be more of the same. This quick calendar reminder, the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market will have a bred cow sale on December the 19th starting at 6 o'clock p.m. and then they will be having a cull cow sale along with a regular sale on December the 20th, that's starting at 11. For more information, visit jcrlm.com, your livestock authority. Taking a quick look at your top headlines at ohioagnet.com, the Ohio Soybean and Corn Performance Trials, the yield results, and 25 growing season overview is now online. As those Ohio Crop Performance Trials evaluate corn hybrids and soybean varieties for grain yield and other important agronomic characteristics, the results of the trials this year have a lot of great charts as well as interesting details about the weather that we had at each of those locations. Now, in another article highlighting our legal lingo, Lisa Bowley-Hellworth talks about the definition of a gift. Dan Armitage has a great article looking at Ohio's fur trapping season as that is underway, with the statewide season for beaver and river otter to open up the day after Christmas. Trapping for fox, raccoon, skunk, possum, weasel, and mink has been going on since November the 10th. And finally, I have an article up looking back at this past Monday's Soybean Council Industry Dinner that took place, highlighting the work of the Ohio Soybean Council using farmer checkoff dollars this past year, as well as recognizing some outstanding individuals that will be retiring. You can find those stories along with the latest markets and weather all at ohioagnet.com. In livestock news, regardless of what the data is in today's cattle on feed report for December the 1st, it's likely the market won't pay the report much attention as it will be quickly forgotten in the hustle and bustle of Christmas. Even so, it is important that we tackle the data and comb through the report for any irregularities that could cause issues later down the road. Now, largely, the cattle on feed report is not expected to show anything out of the norm. In terms of total number of cattle on feed, it may seem counterintuitive for all the numbers of placements to be declining, all the while the total number of cattle on feed remains near year-ago levels. This is largely because the turnover rate in feedlots has declined as cattle are spending more days on feed, and the sharp decline in feedlots likely stems from four logical points. A pretty large percentage of domestic calves were sold early to capitalize on the strong market. Also, the U.S. simply does not have as many feeder cattle and calves to market as compared to years in the past with the historically low cow herd. Also, with the border still closed to Mexico, placements in the southern plains have drastically declined. And finally, prices were extremely strong through the month of October, which likely affected placements into November. Well, let's get a look now at your Friday weather forecast brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com.
Windy and much colder here to finish the week. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that Ohio Ag weather update. We've got some blustery conditions today for sure. Bundle up, get ready. Strong northwest flow, keeping temperatures way below normal and introducing wind chills back into our vernacular. It only lasts one day as we kind of moderate a little bit. South flow coming back as we head through tonight into tomorrow. And then we turn around and bring colder air back down for tomorrow night through Sunday. So yo-yoing back and forth. Sunday increasingly cool now, so I'm not going to say that we're anything more than seasonal on temperatures for Sunday. Those at near normal temperatures hold into Monday as well, and then we see temperatures take off the rest of next week above normal all the way through the 27th and 28th. Have a little bit of cloud cover Tuesday, Wednesday with the warm-up, some scattered rain showers overnight Christmas night into Friday, and then rain coming back late Sunday into Monday, the 28th into the 29th. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Taking a quick look at your agricultural headlines, fertilizer making the news once again, as most fertilizers are now a little lower in price compared to where they were a month ago at this time. That according to the DTN survey. There were 6 fertilizers that were slightly lower. The remaining 2 were a little higher based on the 8 that are tracked by DTN. Now the 6 nutrients that were lower in price, DAP, which had an average price of $910 a ton. MAP was $917 a ton. Potash was $489 a ton, while urea was $584 a ton. UAN 28 came in at $410 a ton, and UAN 32 was $464 a ton. Those two fertilizers that were just slightly higher looking back to it a month ago, 1034.0 with an average price of $671 a ton, and anhydrous ammonia at $867 a ton. Now, if we take a look at a price per pound unit nitrogen basis for those, we have urea at 64 cents a pound unit nitrogen, anhydrous at 53 cents a pound, UAN 28 is 73 cents a pound, and UAN 32 is also 73 cents a pound. All 8 fertilizers, unfortunately, are still higher in price compared to where they were a year ago at this time. Compared to last year, 1034.0 is 10% more expensive, potash also 10% more expensive, MAP is 12% higher, urea is 18% more expensive, anhydrous is up 20%, DAP is 23% more expensive, while UAN 28 is 27% higher, and UAN 32 is 28% more expensive than it was a year ago at this time. Stay tuned, we'll be back with more after this.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Hi, I'm Greg Peterson of the Peterson Farm Brothers. If you've seen our videos, you know we're proud to be farmers. Farming can be dangerous. Never assume location or depth of underground utilities or pipelines. Before you start any work on your farm, call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com to have underground lines located. It only takes a minute and can save your life.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
Joining me today is Mackenzie Joseph. Mackenzie is a communications coordinator with the Ohio Soybean Council. Mackenzie, Ohio Soy believes very strongly, I know, in investing in the next generation, and one way that that's done is through scholarship opportunities. It's hard to believe it's that time of year again, but it always rolls around. What are some of those opportunities that folks can take a look at through Ohio Soy?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Dusty. So both the Council and the Ohio Soybean Association are happy to offer scholarships this year. Starting off with the Council, we're offering $47,000 this year in scholarships, and that's comprised of both undergraduate and graduate scholarships. That includes 7 undergraduate scholarships of $3,000, one $3,000 Robinson Joslin Scholarship, the $5,000 Be Motivated Engine Scholarship, and then this year we're excited to announce a new scholarship in honor of Thomas Fontana, who is retiring at the end of this year. Tom is our Research and Education Director, so we decided to establish a $3,000 scholarship in his name specifically to a student studying Ag Ed. So we're happy to recognize those students. And then our graduate students, we have 3 $5,000 scholarships available for them, studying anything related to agriculture with their research.
Very nice. And as we all know, the cost of college continues to increase. These are nice awards. $3,000 can really go a long way to helping make a difference in offsetting those costs.
Yeah. So, and then on the association side, we are happy to announce we have 2 $1,000 scholarships available. But what's different about those scholarships this year is that they are now available to high school seniors who are going to be with an intent to enroll in college. Previously, we did not have that available on the association side or the council side. So we're happy that this year we're opening that up to high school seniors who are planning to enroll and study agriculture as they're planning to enter college.
Outstanding. Where can students or parents that are interested in learning more go to get the applications and learn more about what's required?
Yeah, all of those applications can be found on our website, soyohio.org. That's both on the council and the association side, and they can find the application links and more about how they can apply and what is required of students.
And what are we looking at as far as the deadline?
Yeah, all of those scholarships close at midnight on January 16th, 2026, and they are open now.
All right, so a little bit of time to get that done, but once the holidays hit, things go fast, so a great time to get a start. Again, my guest today is Mackenzie Joseph. She's Communications Coordinator with the Ohio Soybean Council. Mackenzie, thanks so much for your time. With the extreme cold temperatures we're experiencing outside, practicing personal safety is just as important in the cold as it is in the heat. Let's check in with OSU Extension Safety and Health Specialist Dee Jepson as she has some tips.
When cold weather sets in, working outdoors can be dangerous, especially if you're not prepared. Here are a few ways that you can safely work outside when that temperature drops. Cold-related injuries can happen even with limited exposure, and your injury risk increases if the clothing gets wet. A base layer of moisture-wicking clothing is ideal, as it will keep your skin dry. Add insulating layers on top of that base layer to trap in the heat. And don't forget, windproof and waterproof outerwear is always a great idea. Wearing weather-appropriate boots and gloves is also important. Cold hands and feet are especially vulnerable to frostbite, so make sure that they're well insulated and your clothing is waterproof. Take regular breaks to warm up inside. Give your body a chance to recover before heading back out into the cold. And be sure to stay hydrated. When it's possible, schedule outdoor work during the warmest parts of the day and avoid sitting still when you're tending to those outdoor tasks. It's important to seek shelter or medical attention if your shivering cannot be stopped, or if you start stumbling, become confused, or experience extreme fatigue. So stay warm, stay safe, and be prepared when working outdoors in these frigid temperatures. I'm Dee Jepson with Ohio State University Extension, reminding you that your personal safety and health is always first.
And thanks, Dee. Great information, especially on a day like today. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your markets after this.
Attention farmers, Jim and Jody Johnson are retiring and their premium equipment is heading to Purple Wave's December 30th Ag Auction. Don't miss their 2024 John Deere ExactEmerge 1775 NT Planter and 2019 John Deere S760 Combine. This retirement auction features well-maintained machinery that's been part of a successful farming operation with equipment located in Osage, Iowa. Everything sells. Absolute no reserve to the highest bidder. Visit purplewave.com for details. Purple Wave Auction, straight, simple, sold.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
It's time now for today's market analysis, brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to be building the newest state-of-the-art soybean crush facility in Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Call 574-566-2113 for information on soybean marketing to LDC.
Grain markets finished mixed on Thursday. Soybeans weaker. Corn and wheat actually tried to bounce a little bit. Well, not all wheats, but some of them. We saw soybean long liquidation through the day. Once again, we did not get any significant confirmation of Chinese demand for U.S. corn. Argentine's wheat quality is being called adequate at this point, but the markets mostly on Thursday were mixed with the funds being in there and exiting long positions in beans. And wheat has been oversold technically, and we still do see a significant corn export demand number. This appearance keeps support in the March Board of Trade corn futures. Export sales data got caught all the way up through the 27th yesterday. Prevailing themes in the export sales data includes weak soy commitments and robust sales of wheat and corn. Cumulative soybean exports through November 27th were 802 million bushels, down 520 year on year. Again, this is going to have to show up in the demand profile in the January data dump. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Let's take a look now at how those markets closed yesterday, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. Well, March corn closed up 4 cents and May corn was up 4.5. January soybeans closed the day down 6 cents, with March beans down 6 3/4. March Kansas City wheat closed up 9 1/4 cents, while March Chicago wheat was up 1 1/2, and March Minneapolis wheat was up 11 cents. Now in the overnight trade, we find March corn down 3/4 penny at $4.43 3/4 cents. May corn down a full penny at $4.51 1/4. January soybeans are trading 2.5 cents lower at $10.49 3/4, with March beans down 2 3/4 at $10.59 1/4, and wheat for July, the new crop, down 1.5 pennies at $5.28 1/4. In livestock at yesterday's close, December live cattle were down $1.87 1/2, $228.42 1/2. February lean hogs were up $1.12 1/2 at $84.12 1/2, and Class 3 milk for January closed 4 cents lower at $15.57. This is the Ohio AgNet.